Hello, welcome to the Week 4 live session. This week we're talking about Microsoft Excel. Excel is a spreadsheet program designed to modify, edit, manipulate, and display primarily numbers. It works great for income, expenses, inventory, and budgets. The reading is in the Microsoft Excel 2013 section, chapters 1, 2, and 3. The discussion board, you're to answer the different questions that are listed, and when you select a term from the glossary or the required reading, make sure it's something to do with Excel. So then in the week 4 assignment, you're going to go to page EX61 and you're going to read the problem and then complete the steps 1 through 6 on EX62. Once you've done all that, then you're going to make corrections that are specified in the assignment. Excuse me. Change the state in cell A11 to your home state, unless that is your home state, and then use a different one. Save the spreadsheet in the week 4 folder and name it W4 last name. The midterm you can only take once, so I would recommend that you be ready before you start it. Review the session recordings that I've made for weeks 1 through 4 and paying a special attention to the things I told you to remember. Now in the PowerPoint, I've got screenshots for these different items that will have to do with the assignment, but I'm going to go to Excel and actually do them. So like the sum function, title cell style, center across rows with merge, heading 3 cell style, accent style, total cell style, accounting format, comma format, 3D pie chart, move the chart, chart style, sheet name, and tab color. So now you see, let me take these away. I want to show you how to do them. So I've typed in the information in the formula, in the table. Now to do the sum function, there are a couple of ways. One way is to auto sum, and that's that little button over here. And you'll see that it automatically highlights. If it doesn't highlight the right stuff, you can always change it. But then you just hit enter and the formula is there. And there's nothing really different that you have to do. Now to pull it across, you use this little fill handle, and once you see the plus sign, you just drag it across, and what it does is it changes the cell reference to, so for this one was B, but now this one is C, and you don't have to do it for every single one. Now to do the totals on this side, we can do an auto sum again. Another way to do it is to actually type it, and you always start a formula with the so you can either type in sum or you can choose sum. So if we choose sum, that's going to add the numbers in a range of cells. So then we need a parentheses, and you can either type them or you can highlight them. Then make sure you close your parentheses. Then when you hit enter, your formula is there. Of course, you can type it out completely. So this line would be B, whoops. You see, I don't use my laptop very often, so I'm always off. So B7 through E7, and then we hit enter, and it's basically the same process as doing the auto sum. And then you can also drag it down, and you'll see, if you want to know for sure what your formula is using, what cells, you click inside the formula and it will highlight. Just be sure you don't click another cell because it'll change it. Just hit escape and then it'll get you out of that. And that's how you do the sums. Let's see, what was the next one? Oh, okay, so I typed in the title in the very first cell, and then we were to do cell styles. Now it's kind of funny because on my desktop, when I use Excel, it has cell styles, conditional formatting, format as a table, and cell styles. But in this one, for some reason, it's a little different. It doesn't say cell styles there, but if you click that drop down, you'll see the cell styles listed. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to format that as a title and also this one as a title, and that's your title cell style. And let me go back. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Oh, and then next we're going to center across. So it says center across A through F. And what that really means is to merge and center. So when you hit merge and center, it makes all those cells as if there were one cell, and it's centered across. And that's how you do that. Now, to change the formatting of the text, you would just like you would format any text, you would use the format and the size and the color and all of that. Now it said to let me get the thing and make sure. So we're gonna format these headings as the heading style, which is heading 3, and you'll see it gives it a and then we want to highlight B, and also, whoops, if you have to do control, if you do control, then you can, I keep hitting shift, whoops, and then if you hit control, you can highlight these two, and let's see, oh, it's A5 through F11. Okay, so I think I have this one down one, but anyway, that's to format as a total, and you'll see that it changes the formatting and puts the little border there when you do a total style. Then it asks you to format B5 through F5, and B12 through F12. So I'm using control to highlight both of those, and we're going to give it accent 1. Oh, wait a minute, I don't think that's right. Oh, that was for the numbers. Okay, so these numbers, sorry, and these numbers, and to get to the numbers, you go to the number, there's a couple of ways. You can go to the number dialog box, or you can just change in this little drop down. So as you see, I've chosen accounting there. So if I put accounting, and if we choose a symbol, you'll see that it gives it the $sign, and also, and then we're to format these with a comma, and to do the comma you just click on the little comma right there, and that does not give it the $sign, but it uses the comma separator. And then we're to do the accent style. I think I missed that. Okay, it's F5, A5 to F11. Oh, but it's actually F11, and this is the where we're going to do the accent. So when we go to the accent, it depends on which accent it is. It's choosing accent 1, and this is accent 1, and that's how you would choose the accent, and it's in cell styles. So if you're looking at the other, no, I keep going the wrong place. If you're looking at the other way that Excel shows it is with the cell style, and when you click the drop down you'll see there's accent 1 there, or accent 120%. I don't know if it said the percentage. Oh yeah, it did say 20%. So we would have, instead of doing that color, we would have done the lighter one, and that gets it there. Now let's see what else we need to cover. So that takes care of that. I did the merge and the accent, total style, the counting and the comma. I did those. Okay, so then next, once you've done that, then it wants you to create a pie chart using the states and the totals for each one. So then you're going to highlight all from the states over to the total. Then you go to the Insert tab, you choose the pie chart drop down box. We want 3D. Then once you create your chart, you get a new tab here called Chart Design, Chart Tools, and it has Design and Format. So it wants us to move the chart. So we're going to click Move Chart, choose New Sheet, and type in yearly. Oops, I can't type either. Sales chart. And then when you say OK, you'll see that it adds a new chart, a new worksheet down here. And when it says to choose a style of your choice, it's these cell styles here, chart styles here. So depending on how you want your chart to look, you know, do you want percentages? That's really up to you. As long as you have a 3D pie chart, it doesn't matter which style you choose. And then if you wanted to change the chart title, you would type in there. Oops. And that's how you would type in there. Now there's others that list the states on the side. That's another way. Oops. How did that happen? Okay. And that's under chart titles design. And that was the move chart. Now to change the sheet tab name, you right click on the sheet tab and rename it. And then you can right click on it and change the tab color. I don't remember what tab color it said to. Purple. And that changes the color of the tab so that you can see. And you can also drag the tab. Say if you wanted your chart as the second tab, you can just drag it over by just clicking on it with the left mouse and dragging it over. That's that. Oh, okay, so that's all in Excel. So that's kind of the way your chart's going to look. I didn't go real close to the instructions, so just make sure you follow the instructions. And then this is how your chart is going to look. And of course you will have changed A11, which is Virginia. You would have changed that to your home state. So that's part of the directions. So now the things to review in week 4 for the midterm is when Excel opens 2013, how many worksheets are there? Now, I couldn't find this in the book, but if you open Excel 2010, it's going to be different. So make sure you're thinking about Excel 2013, and I will tell you that it opens with only one. What is the alternative to column widths or row heights to adjust them? And that's on Excel 141. Ways to enter functions. There are 5 different ways. Those you need to know. Those are on EX81. What happens when you decrease the column width to 0 on page EX104. Merging, you need to understand what merging is on EX29. The difference between relative and absolute cell references, know which each of those are on Excel 151. What is debugging? EX115. Know the autofill options. They're listed on EX139. You can format the legend on the chart using the legend gallery, and I couldn't find that in the book. The comma style. What happens when you choose comma style? That's on EX33. What can you do on the alignment tab? So the alignment tab is if you're under the format cells menu. This is the alignment tab. So these are the things that you can change: horizontal, vertical, text control, whether wrapping and merging, right to left, also the orientation, and then what happens if you put 90 in the degrees box. So try that out. I couldn't find that either on the book. How to insert a chart, that's on EX38, and of course that's in our assignment, so you should be able to know what tab that's on. The column width command I couldn't find in the book. Basically it's another way of adjusting the column. So say you wanted to change your column width, you could go to the column width. Let's see, I don't see it here. Under format, then you go to the column width command, and then you can type in, say you wanted it exactly 16. Rather than trying to drag it, you just put 16 and it will adjust it. So that if you click on here, you'll see it's exactly 16, which is nice. So that's called this column width command. And how to print just the active sheets. And so you're going to go into your print options and make sure it says only print active sheets. And that's all I have for this week. I know it's a little bit short, but if you have any questions about things that I showed you for the assignment or things to remember for the midterm, please let me know.